Hello, and Lavis. Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge. The year is 1343. It's the first day of the year, so it's Thursday. And, there's a lot of stuff going on. At this point, you've probably seen, of course, that the Dunbar's home had an issue. And so something that's new and exciting is that they're actually here. But yeah, so basically what happened is that the Dunbar home was more or less overrun by loose cannon soldiers. And once that happened, they didn't really know what to do. Evelyn, though, has not told her husband that the illegitimate baby was Knox's. She hasn't told him that. So he didn't think anything about the fact that he was going to go ahead and bring them over here to stay with his sister. That's kind of a natural instinct. So the Paynes had to very quickly construct this very basic shelter in order to sort of, I don't know, have some place for them to go. And the rest of everyone's out here trying to take care of these mini sheep, mini goats, trying to get stuff taken care of, etc., etc. You might notice we have more money. That's because of a number of different things, but particularly because Esmond went ahead and sold all of his nectar except for a couple of bottles of finely aged nectar, which we will give to the king when the king comes. And that way we could at least get, a little bit more money. That was the goal. Also, it was the only way we were going to be able to pay for that construction. It would have been pretty much impossible if we hadn't done that. Luella is coming along in her pregnancy. It's her third trimester in 12 hours. And it took a long time to get some of this stuff going. That's why it's so late at this point in the day. Has anybody looked after these chickens? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and clean that coop and collect the eggs, and maybe we'll scatter some feed. Also, at some point, the mead stuff disappeared. I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. So, that's how it is. But I'm sure that with Federico and Evelyn here, nothing crazy is going to happen, right? Surely, nothing crazy will happen. Go ahead and get the mail. I also realized it was so foolish of me to have them go to the hunting. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I really don't. Oh gosh, okay, so it's been kind of chaotic. Why are you so sad? Oh, because you're what? Well, listen, it happens. Do you want to ask your uncle if he wants to play with you? Yeah. Esmond apparently got attacked by a bear through the hunting part of the mod. But it happens. It happens. Everyone's just so sad, so miserable. Can you please repair that for us, my friend? So at some point I'm going to have to buy this stuff back again, which is annoying, but what can you do? Hopefully it only happens that one time, but I guess I don't really understand why it happened. Evelyn, what are you doing? I don't know. Things are kind of going off the rails here with the stayover guest. I didn't even ask them to help or anything. But it is what it is. It's almost Edgar's birthday. Yep, tomorrow, I think. Oh yeah, so what was I saying? Go ahead and why don't you actually go to the bathroom and then call everyone to a meal? I don't know how they're supposed to get their home back if these soldiers have kind of like taken over it and are just sort of like squatting there, you know what I mean? Like, what are they supposed to do? I don't know. But for now, Federico, who's Heidi's brother, and his wife, Evelyn, also known as Knox's former lover, they're living here for now until they think that it's safe to go home. Their safety was kind of the most important thing, and Heidi feels a lot uncomfortable about this, but also she doesn't want to turn them away. Like, where are they supposed to go? You know what I mean? This first half year is going to be the more casual and laid back part of the half year. The second half year is going to get a little bit wild. Esmond, don't bring the bees in with you. Oh, Luella. Luella wants to have a child? Listen, it's gonna happen soon. Would you mind using elbow grease? I didn't ask Evelyn and Federico to help or anything. They just are autonomously doing this. Well, what are you doing with that kid? Just picking him up? Okay, if you want to, go for it. Look at how cute Luella's just holding her baby while he tells them all a huge story and talks to his uncle and to his granddad, his grandmom. Oh, these guys are so cute. So cute. Luella, though, you can put baby down because I would like for him to finish up his skills. Would you please put him down there? Go ahead and ride your rocking horse and everything. The rest of you can kind of get up to whatever you want to get up to. I didn't know that Knox was going to take up knitting, but there you have it. There you have it. So, Heidi, if you want to, you can go jogging since you love jogging so much. I don't know what you're doing over here, my dude. I just don't know what's going on right now. It's gotten so weird. Well, while all of these guys are doing this stuff, I guess something that we could talk about is, I don't know if you remember, because the last time we talked about it was in I want to say 1338. And that's the last time we talked about an individual named John of Tintern, who was a monk who, when we talked about him last, the abbey he was working at or a part of had basically been holding on to the dispenser money after the dispensers had essentially fallen from grace. And it was the equivalent to 9 million pounds of today's money that they had illegally. But they basically got away with only having to turn that money over. And that was kind of where it was left. However, in 1343, his story kind of picks up again because around 1340, he was elected to become abbot of Malmesbury Abbey because I guess, hiding a bunch of money and getting into street brawls was the ideal image for an abbot at the time. I assume actually that there were some shady dealings within the abbey that sort of led to him becoming that person in a position of power, but who knows? At some point in the 1330s or 1340s, he was kind of in a rivalry with a guy named Ralph of Combe. And this guy, Ralph, he lived a few miles away. To get back at this guy, since he was in a rivalry with him, he ordered his thugs to go to Ralph's home, burn it down, and kidnap his wife. However, it kind of appears that the wife must have agreed to the kidnapping because the two of them, John of Tintern and the wife, lived openly as lovers for several years. Which again, what a great job keeping that vow of chastity. Am I right? Oh, what a cute baby. So since the vow of chastity thing came up, something that's kind of interesting about the Middle Ages is that there were a lot of issues with monks actually following those kinds of rules. It comes up relatively frequently. It was such an issue in Prague at one point that the parishioners there complained about their priests visiting brothels, taking wives, and operating brothels out of their own homes. That's how bad it was. It got so bad that by the 15th century, there was even talk of lifting the vow of celibacy for monks because priests were essentially having, for all intents and purposes, were wives. And it was so widespread that there was kind of a fear that people wouldn't trust the priests anymore if, they didn't lift that vow of celibacy. That's how bad it was. So it's not like this guy is the only one who's doing that. It's just interesting. But going back to John of Tintern, by 1343, people must have been pretty unnerved by him, his love of violence, and his actions over the recent few years, because there were witnesses who came forward to make accusations of at least 5 murders and at least 2 arson attacks organized by him. By March, an official investigation was launched into John of Tintern after these accusations, at which point the judge thought it seemed like a strong case, so Edward III ordered an arrest. John of Tintern didn't seem to like that much because he responded by going on the run with his lover, that's right, the other guy's former wife, and of course they were eventually caught and taken to London for trial, but rather disappointingly, in my opinion, while the court did find him guilty, They ruled that he would be pardoned if he paid a large fine. This is probably due to the fact that Edward's finances were super low. He needed more and more and more money coming in to help pay for the war with France. But still, they were kind of like, yeah, just pay some money and you get away with it. I think that that's kind of disappointing, but that's just me. You know what I mean? Before he dies in 1349, he'll end up writing to the Pope for an indulgence, which is basically a way to pay to get out of having sinned. Like, it's a way of cleansing your soul through money. And thusly ends the story of John of Tintern, often called the Killer Monk or the Gangster Monk of the Middle Ages. It's really nice that they keep hanging up our clothes or doing our clothes, but like they aren't doing it very well. I don't know, Knox is weird. He's just wandering back and forth trying to talk to Evelyn. I don't know. I don't really know how to take it. Well, they are both flirty, but they just seem to be deeply connected. They don't seem to be doing anything crazy, you know what I mean? Maybe they're just good friends who happen to occasionally be attracted to each other and wish to do something else. She's thinking about herself. She's not even thinking about him. Ugh, I wish they would stop messing with our clothes. They don't do a very good job. Oh, Luella. Look at her. She is so cute. How can you not love Luella? She is like the cutest, most wonderful sim. Oh, it's such a nice lot though. Do you know what I mean? An egg was hatched. Ooh, okay, we've got to go to see this labor, so I'll see you when we get to the Miskinis house. Woo, woo, exciting. All right, so here we are at the Miskinis house because one Miss Isabel, Miskinis, is in labor. This is her final baby try from the extra baby tries that she got. And the tricky thing is that today, after she gives birth to this baby, she's going to have to roll for survival for all of them. Oh my goodness, that was fast. Okay, it's a girl. I think she's actually going to name this baby Amelia after her sister because she hasn't seen her sister for a long time. And I think she probably just wants, she kind of misses her sister. Like, let's be honest. Oh no. Sorry about that yellow line around the side. I accidentally started recording through the in-game thing. Don't worry, I fixed it. The baby cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. This is the last baby chance that they have, so... Dang it! Oh my gosh, no way. Oh my goodness. Jeez Louise. Okay, so the baby didn't make it. And now she cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11 and she has to roll 3 times, 1 for each of the births. So let's see. For baby number 1 who didn't live, she's fine. For baby number 2, Vilcus, she's fine. And for this last baby. Okay, so Isabel did make it. She did make it through the births. It's just the only one of the 3 babies did. The great irony is that if she had in fact had to roll for this baby for her life first, she would have been okay, but the baby would have lived. However, that's not the only thing that we're here for today, because today it's also one Miss Johanna's birthday. So happy birthday, Johanna. You're gonna become a teen today, theoretically. Whoa, happy birthday, Johanna. So Johanna has aged up. She's an animal enthusiast and romantic. Interesting. Okay. And what aspiration is she going to have? Number 14. A popularity. How interesting. And this one there are, I think, 8 too. So which of the 8? I'm going to give her neighborhood confidant. Wow, she came up with a massive headdress. Okay, can you please add some birthday candles? Vilcus has aged up. He looks mostly like his mom, but he's got his dad's hair color, the Vilcus hair color. I'm going to go ahead and modify Johanna and Cass and just see, is she gonna make it? What's her destiny? Now for Johanna to survive her birthday, she cannot roll the number 7. So 20, she's fine. Will she get married? She will? And how many baby tries is she gonna have? 8. Wow, Johanna's gonna have 8. Now to be honest, it isn't, she shouldn't have had the baby yet, Isabel. It was a little bit fast, but I needed, I needed to not have to jump around from house to house as much. And since it was Johanna's birthday, I just wanted to do it today, especially as well because Isabel has her next birthday in 2 days. I didn't want to do it on the same day as her birthday. So that's why she had hers a little bit on the early side, but it's so sad because that means that Isabel and Darius, they had 7 baby tries, and right now they've only got the one baby who's alive. You brought him into the bathroom with you? Well, listen, I don't blame them. They're probably super paranoid that something might happen to their children at this point, so we'll have to wait and see. It was suggested that if this baby doesn't make it, that Joris would become the next heir. Technically, that's how, if we follow a male lineage, that Joris would become the heir for Lithuania. And so since he's only got the one baby try, he only rolled for the one baby try, that it would make the most sense to either give him more rolls or re-roll. Poor baby. He's fussing. So let me know what you think about that, because it should, if we followed male lines of succession, it would be Joris who would be the next heir for Lithuania. A lot of people think that we should kind of have like the Paynes as the one side of the heirs, the Miskinis here is the other side, and then of course keep Seamus's side going. So let me know what you think about that idea, because it would be kind of weird if Joris became the next heir, but he only had one baby. Because then it would have to go, if we followed male lines of succession, which isn't necessarily the way that we would have to do it in Lithuania, but then after that it would be one of Sophia's boys if they're still here, but that's a whole other thing. So anyways, I'm going to leave these guys here and I'll see you when we get back to the main Paynes. Okay, so here we are back at the Payne family as per usual, and I decided that we're just going to go ahead and do the kingly visit straight away. It's just there's a few things I've got to take care of actually first, which I had forgotten about. So for now, everyone's still pretty much just asleep or toddling around. Okay, so now that some random assorted things have been taken care of, basically the situation is that, how are you two doing? You're doing kind of fine. You should get up, buddy. You've been sleeping. Yeah, Knox will take somebody's number. That's who he is. Basically what we've got to do now is we've got to go ahead and give our stuff to the king. That's how I have decided we're going to do this, is that basically like we're just going to do it. You know what I mean? We're just going to do it and get it over with. Press some honey. I'll light that, I guess. So the good news about being at this level is that instead of losing everything, we at least get to keep 10% of what everything's worth. I'm going to hold on to the honey though, because I don't know why he would want that. Seems strange. But everything else he's going to get. So all of our goods comes out to 5,839. We're gonna sell that, but we don't get to keep all that money. We only get to keep 589 simoleons of that, which does mean that we'll be left over with 17,181 simoleons, which isn't so bad. Oh, I guess we couldn't get rid of the butter, so we are hanging on to it. But everything else, like all of the flour, everything, the only thing we have left really is honey. That's unfortunate. We may need to send people out like immediately. Well, at least we've got money now. Can we go? You are doing nothing worthwhile. Please go to the village shop. You please go, I guess, to the meat market. Have you yet gotten your movement up, please? It is your birthday, sir. Okay, then you can go potty. There we go, there we go. But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We've lost everything, although it's okay. It's okay this time because we do have a lot of money. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise because we were kind of just holding on to this nectar stuff and it wasn't really amounting to anything. I mean, it was going to eventually. It just was going to be a while before it amounted to anything. But now we've got all of this stuff that we can, Heidi, where are you going? Oops, I didn't need both of you to go. Now we've got all of the stuff that we can use, all this money that we can use. So we can finally go ahead with the whole tavern idea. That seems really popular. So I think we will go ahead and do that. Oh, excellent. Okay, we're gonna buy, dang, they are so expensive. But at least we know what we're getting. We're gonna get 2 chickens. We're gonna get a turkey, I guess. Quite like having the boar around. Yeah, that's what we're gonna get. Oh, it's just Knox and Baby at home right now. What, Knox, where are you? Over here? Drinking some agua? Do you want to gather some water? And in a second, we'll do the rolls to see if the king is actually going to come and visit, but I don't have a lot of hope. But maybe he will. We never know. Yeah, that was my bad, Heidi. So sorry. You can, though, go foraging as well if you don't mind. Thanks. Poor Esmond. Yeah, go visit the village physician. That's the local, oh my gosh. That's the local barber surgeon who's gonna put some leeches on you and you'll be all fixed up from being mauled, okay, friendo? So I guess those guys are gone, and while Noxie over here is just gardening, we'll go ahead and see is the king gonna come and visit or not. So to see if the king is gonna visit, we roll a d4. First one doesn't count, so if it lands on a 2, we do not, come on man, if it lands on a 2, you get to meet the royal family. Ugh, okay, so the king didn't come. He just sent an envoy to come and collect the nectar for him. So rude. So rude! The baby's taking a nap. Cute. Cute. I guess his birthday, is it today or is it tomorrow? I don't know. Seems like it's supposed to be today. But honestly, that's not on my little thing. But if we can do it today and get it out of the way, I think we're going to. Because like I said, the next episode's going to be pretty wacky. It's going to be wacky out there. Okay, okay. I think things are like pretty well organized. Listen, pal, why don't you go sing in the shower instead of doing whatever it is you're doing? Heidi, I guess you can go hide under the covers until you feel better, my dude. I don't know. Who says this? I don't know. Luella, what are you doing? Luella, you've already got... Okay, fine. It is my fault because I wasn't paying any attention, so that's my bad. I think that everything's going to be fine. We're just kind of in the middle of a strange moment. Why don't you go ahead and press some more raw honey? Well, I wish you hadn't started that cross stitch, but okie dokie. Go ahead and clean this up because we've got... I'm going to go ahead and do Edgar's birthday today. It says that it's supposed to be his birthday today. What is this? Oh my gosh, Luella, why are you so big? What's growing in you? That better only be one baby inside of there, I'm telling you. If it is not, we're gonna have an issue. Please collect this. Don't worry about him. And then, Heidi, are you done hiding? No, of course not. After you've done that, you can do this. Harper, why don't you help little baby blow out the candles? Because everybody else is pretty busy and you're kind of just, I don't know, hanging out. How is this broken? Oh my goodness, please repair. So there's been some talk in the comments about what kind of business should we open. Of course, we want to do a tavern. Duh. Oh my goodness, happy birthday, Edgar. Edgar, happy birthday. So yeah, there's been some talk about what kind of... Whoa, what's she gonna say? Okay, fine. What kind of business in terms of like the tavern? Should it be here? Should it be away with Carl's Dine Out mod? So Edgar's aged up. He was fussy and now he is a practice makes perfect sim. Okay, I'm not against that. And for his aspiration, honestly, I feel like his mom is going to be like, you're going to do all of the aspirations. But for now, we'll start with creativity. Oh, Edgar. What are you two talking about? Why don't you say hi? It's a little bit chaotic out here. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards having a tavern that is physically here with us, obviously. Yes. Because then we don't have to leave the lot as much. And yeah, okay, you can talk to your brother. And leaving the lot can just be so annoying sometimes here. In this challenge, just because we have to leave for so many other things, it would be kind of frustrating if we also had to leave to do work for the Paynes. So I am leaning more towards using Little Miss Sam's live-in business one, but I'm not 100% sure how that works exactly. Oh my gosh, why did you guys just lose friendship back there? What are you talking about? I don't know. I don't know. What is everyone doing in here? Well, Luella, why are you sitting on the toilet to do this? Everyone's in here chatting. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay. Oh my goodness. Harper has a crush on Evelyn? Harper, no. Oh my goodness. Harper, no. This house has gotten a little bit weird lately. I mean, we've got Luella sitting on the toilet while she's also cross-stitching. We've got her son in there talking to her, as well as her stepfather. He's being the most normal one, but Federico's just tailing him like nobody's business. Harper is trailing after Evelyn, who he now has a crush on. So that's that. Luella wants to be a maker. Okie dokie, my dude. Okie dokie. Well, I'm confused and want to keep an eye on these two. I don't know what's going on over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this little buddies cast, and I'll see you when we find out. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? For some reason, I closed the roller again. I guess I thought there weren't any more birthdays coming. So for Edgar to survive his age up to a child, he cannot roll the numbers 3, 9, or 19. That's it. First one doesn't count, so 8. Oh my goodness. He did it. For some reason, I became just ever so paranoid that he wasn't gonna make it this time. What's his first goal? Okay, kiddo, what I want you to do is go stargaze for a moment, if you don't mind. Luella, I would really love for you to get off the toilet. It's so bizarre to me. As for you, I'd prefer if you were inspired. Luella, really, can you please come and sit here while you're doing that? I guess that's the one thing that's problematic about this, is it's hard for them to get into any other moods. Okay, Luella's over here. She is probably going to give birth in the early hours of the morning. You're over here cooking stuff. That's good. That's good. What are you up to? Buddy, you've like really got to go to the bathroom though. That's the only thing. Maybe you should come over here, gather some honey, get the beeswax, because your wife is a maker now, so, you know, she probably is going to start needing this stuff. Oh, that's right. You should go and draw a vehicle. Oh, she's just chatting with Federico. And you are someone who wants to boss your kids around, so go and encourage them, you know what I mean? Dang it. There we go. Because he has to draw 2 pictures while inspired. Well, okay. Doesn't seem like anything's going on. So let's go ahead and grab a serving and then get you to bed. Did you finish your picture? Yes, put that in your inventory, my young friend. Luella, I'm so sorry. Just one more thing though, please. Because you can't get your kid to be super skilled in everything if you don't put the time in, okay? Well, listen, things have gotten a bit weird in this house. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no, she's flashing. We're gonna be here when the labor happens today. It's gonna happen. Listen, we're finishing this inspirational picture. That's all I've got to say about it. Oh my gosh, that's so scary. Did I close the dice again? I don't think so this time. Oh my gosh, poor Luella. Luella, come back. No, 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 no. You've got to encourage him. Oh, she can't. Shoot. Then Knox, you've got to. Okay, then wait. Somebody has to. Okay, Heidi, it's going to be you because no way is Luella going to be super chill about her kid not getting everything that he needs to get, okay? So listen, do your best, little buddy. He doesn't even have a bed to sleep in. Oh my goodness. Things have gotten a little bit out of hand here. I'm not gonna lie. It's my fault. Listen, it's weird. It's weird here, okay? That's all I've got to say. Luella, please make it through this. I am so paranoid. Okay. Okay, Luella, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Just this one last thing, and your kid finishing that picture, and then, a boy baby. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, I forgot to look for any names at all. I'll be right back. Okay, the name that I've gone for this baby is Kenrick. It's, according to behindthename.com, it's actually probably the predecessor of the modern name Kendrick. And I thought it's kind of cute, Oh, so there they are, mom and baby. Oh, Luella, you wanted to have another baby. Make an enemy. Oh, our son, did he finish? Did you do it, kiddo? Congratulations. Step 1 of your first aspiration completed. Oh, this kid's gonna have a pretty rough life. Okie dokie, my dudes. Everyone else is on their own. We're just gonna finish up with these rolls, and then we will call today to a close. I know, Luella, you and me both. For Luella to survive her labor, she just cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11. So, that is way too close, but okie dokie. And for baby Kenrick to survive, he cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. Holy guacamole, he did it! 13? Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Wow, so we have another son. While they did lose their second son, Luella and Knox have only had sons. They've only had sons this entire time. Oh, Knox is talking to his son. Oh dear, what is this? He wants to ask, oh my gosh, that means he and his brother both have a crush on Evelyn? Yikes. Let's just go ahead and feed the baby before we forget. Overall, it was a pretty good half year. Of course, Isabel lost her final baby, but she made it through all of the births, and they do have the one son, Vilcus. Johanna successfully became a teenager. Edgar successfully became a child. Nothing crazy's happened with Evelyn except for that Knox and Harper both have a crush on her. Very strange. We've made a lot of money, so we'll be able to go ahead with our finances soon. Other than that, in the background of 1342, Portia Woodhams and Ingrid de Beauchamp both aged up to infants. This half year, Ibrahim Miskinis and Vilcus Miskinis also became infants, and both of them also became calm. And Alice's little illegitimate son became an infant today as well. Also, Gita had another child, but unfortunately the baby didn't make it, which leaves Alexander Brewer now with only one more baby to try, as well as his older brother Aiken the third with only one more baby to try. So things are pretty crazy. Other than that, the only other thing is that of the two women that Adam has been woohooing with, his wife and his new lover that he brought back with him from France, one of them is pregnant, but which one? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I hope that you've enjoyed this part. It was a little bit chaotic. Sorry. And I'll see you in the second half of the year. Bye bye, everyone.